Okay, this is video 7, solving percent problems using proportions. So your essential question, how can we use proportions to solve percent problems? So solving percents using proportions. Most of your expressions will be in some form similar to this. A is P percent of B, or A, P, and B are numbers. Usually one of those is missing, and that's what you need to try to find. There are some other variations, like you say P percent of B is A. So you can rephrase these a little bit, and we'll look at a variety of those. This is how I like to write the formula. Instead of remembering where the A, P, and B go, we remember it in terms of the words and the expression. Is over of equals percent over 100. The number that goes with the is, like A is, goes on top, so the A would go on top, over of, the number that comes after the of goes on bottom, and the percent goes over 100. So our percent is P percent, so we put the P over 100. Let's look at some examples. So we have what percent of 60 is 9? So remember, is over of equals percent over 100. So I find the is in the expression, and that's 9. So 9 goes on top over the of number of 60, so 60 goes on bottom, equals, and then your percent. In this case, we don't know what the percent is. It says what percent. Since we don't know it, we use an x, and it'll be x over 100. Remember, percent always means 100. So percent always means over 100. Then you cross multiply and solve. So now we're just using the same techniques were used with solving proportions. So 9 times the 100 is 900 equals 60 times x. And you divide both sides by 60. So here we divide by 60 on the right. On the left we divide by 60. And then simplify. So we get x equals, so I can simplify this dividing the top and bottom by 10, and then 6 goes into 90, 15 times, so it'd be 15%. Let's look at another example. So what number is 12% of 85? So we have the is part, which is the part we don't know. What number is? So it would be x on top, is over of, we know the of number is 85, so over 85, and then the percent, it's 12%. So we're going to go 12 over 100. Then we cross multiply and solve. So cross multiply, 100 times x equals 85 times 12, which is 1020, and divide both sides by 100. On the left, the 100s cancel, you have 1x equals, and 100 goes into 1020, 10.2 times. So the answer is 10.2. Last example. 75 is 62.5% of what number? So is over of equals percent over 100. So you always have the 100 part in there for the percent. If it's helpful, you could start with the percent part, since when it's given, you know that that's out of 100. So 62.5. And then we have the is number. 75 is, so is goes on top. We don't know of what. Okay, of what. So that's where your x goes. So we're going to cross multiply x times 62.5. So 62.5 x equals 75 times 100 would be 7,500. And then you divide both sides by 62.5. 5 by 62.5. So x equals 7,500 divided by 62.5 is 120. So that is your answer. Next will be to do some practice problems. So there are just 4, so solve each of the following percent problems using proportions. First, set up the proportion, then solve to find the missing value.